It's actually happening. Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro are coming to iPad. Welcome everybody to Apple Insider. It is Andrew here, and it is exciting because it was only a week or so ago that I shared that Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro were coming to the iPad, though those rumored release dates were far off. Apple has confirmed its Pro apps are coming to its tablets. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through all the features in the new applications, what their pricing will be, and when you can get your hands on them. So let's go ahead and jump into it with the features for Final Cut Pro and Logic on iPad. Let's start with Final Cut Pro. This is what I use literally day in and day out to make a career, and that's what I'm most excited about, though we'll circle back to Logic. Apple has done a lot to optimize the interface for tablets and touchscreen. For example, there's a new jog wheel that'll slide out from the right-hand side of the display that allow you to move through the timeline with ease. Plus, using Apple Pencil, you have other new features. On the latest M2 iPad Pros, you can hover over the screen to scrub through the timeline before you even touch it. Then you can go ahead and tap to actually select things. There's also a new live drawing feature. You can find a clip, draw right on the screen, it'll drop your text in, and you can even animate it. If you had a keyboard, whether a Bluetooth keyboard, Magic Keyboard, or Magic Folio, you can take advantage of keyboard shortcuts that you would use just on the Mac. Final Cut Pro on iPad supports editing HDR video, and if you have the new 12.9-inch models, you can even use the reference monitor modes for color grading for increased accuracy. This may sound a little ridiculous, but there's also a Pro camera mode inside of Final Cut Pro for iPad. You can shoot directly on your iPad's camera in either portrait or landscape orientations. Monitor audio as well as recording time, control focus, exposure, and white balance, and the new M2 models can even capture video in ProRes. So you can shoot ProRes 4K video on your iPad directly in Final Cut, edit your project, export everything over into files, external storage, Photos app, whatever it may be. Another neat feature is the scene removal mask. Apple is leveraging its Apple Silicon as well as machine learning to automatically remove backgrounds from clips without having to use an actual green screen. So you can separate yourself out, apply different backgrounds or settings, and edit everything together. It's just so cool and looks so seamless for Final Cut for iPad. I don't want to be a naysayer because this is not released yet, but Apple has been coy about some of the features that we may not see here. Apple didn't mention external storage at all. I really hope and kind of expect that Final Cut Pro will allow me to edit directly off of external drives so they can move back and forth between my Mac and my iPad seamlessly. Apple says you can export your project and use it on the Mac, but I'm not sure if that actually is the same as just opening the same project file between the two different units. So we're going to have to test that out as soon as Final Cut becomes available. Apple also doesn't mention anything about plugins. So if you have any plugins that are supported on your Mac, they're likely not going to be available on the iPad, at least as far as I can tell. Briefly, let's talk about Logic Pro on iPad. Logic Pro is an incredibly well-built application. There's an all-new sound browser with dynamic filtering, beat making, and production tools built in, plus of course you know there's a full featured mixer. Best of all, I think, Logic Pro is actually available on more iPads than Final Cut Pro is. Let's go ahead and talk about pricing, then we'll get into the release dates and supported devices. Logic Pro and Final Cut Pro will run you $4.99 a month for your iPad, or you can opt for a yearly subscription, which will be $49.99 a year with a 1-month free trial. Obviously, the year-long purchase is better, but I hate that Apple has moved to subscription pricing for its Pro applications. I know Apple continues to deliver new features and subscriptions are where things are moving, but it just really sucks to see more subscription things hitting us in our wallets every single month, especially when I've already purchased the full Final Cut application for my Mac. I just wish it was either a shared purchase across both platforms or something else, but I really hate that Apple is adding an additional subscription to our monthly fees. As far as release date and supported devices, Apple says that Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro both require iPadOS 16.4 or newer to operate. Final Cut Pro requires an iPad with an M1 or M2 processor, or M3 when the latest series comes, though Logic Pro only requires an A12 Bionic processor or later, so it's going to encompass many more iPads than Logic Pro does. And finally, when we're going to see this hitting the App Store, Logic Pro, and Final Cut Pro will be hitting App Store this month, on May 23rd. You can download and start using these applications. So what do you guys think? Are you going to be jumping on the bandwagon, testing out Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro for iPad? Let me know down below in the comments or on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. Are you excited about the new iPadOS exclusive features, or do you want to see other features? Are you sad that certain ones are missing? Let me know in the comments or on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. And otherwise, stay tuned. I got a lot more videos coming your way.